This had to be fun. Outside in the cold.
So this is probably the hardest thing I did on Severance, and I what I love it is nobody knows this. Like, we fabricated these tents,
Oh, they're
and
beautiful.
it
They are
was
beautiful. I hope that
so
was
much.
your wrap gift. I hope everybody got a tent for a wrap gift.
You know, we shot this much longer than I think we were there. I don't know. I think we had a lot of weather issues, so we would shoot it, then we would take it down, and we would put it back up, and we had high winds, and the tents were designed to be beautiful, and they were designed to glow and do all this stuff, but they weren't really designed to be like, a fully functional tent.
Right.
So it was,
It's TV, it's the movies. Like,
yeah,
it's they're not real.
yeah. But this was a real environment, so but they were beautiful, and I loved them, and it was a huge amount of work. Sarah McMillan, who's was one of our assistant set decorators, this was her project, and she really spearheaded it, and yeah, it was fantastic. I was there's a museum in New York called the Cupid Hewitt. It's a design museum, and I was there. I think I might have been shopping for something for the show, and I just picked up a book, and they had it was one of their design shows from like the 60s or 70s, and there was a tent in there, and it was like basically a folding tent. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing, and I showed it to Jeremy, and then we kind of ran with it, and
Yeah, it's like an
designed
accordion.
it. Yeah, exactly.
So you went to Newfoundland,
I did.
and how long were you guys shooting there?
Uh, Not that, maybe 10 days, or yeah, 10 to 12 days. I mean, there was a lot of second unit stuff. Um, I I had a crew that so we had a really great crew out of St. John's, which is there's such a pretty big film industry there. And then I had a lead man from New York go up there, and I had Sarah McMillan again, went up there, and kind of led the charge. And then I went up for maybe a week before shooting, and then came back to New York a couple of days after shooting, because we were still, full speed ahead here.
Mhm.
I think we were dressing the Egan Mansion, so I had to get back to do that,
Oh,
and
I
then the
have.
strike, and then the strike happened.